I mean, that procs 1 and that procs 2. Let's go. This is level 80, so yeah. Just 2 procs and we done. Let's go. Let me just explain from like build wise. So let's just start from the top. We got Skeleton Warrior. This one doesn't really matter. It's just there to proc our Soul Offering. So boom, Soul Offering. It goes up to like 8k, almost 9k. So we got Magnitude of Shock, Lightning Exposure, Lightning Penetration. I took this over Soul Siphon because we don't need like the mana regen anymore. As you can see, if we just take Unleash, we just cast it once and then we just regen. Look at my mana. Is it laggy for you guys? Yeah, I guess it is. Alright, let's stop doing that then. I'll just test it in the maps. I don't know why it's always laggy in the hideout. Yeah, that's my bad. I'll just stop fucking testing skills in hideouts. It's just fucking so laggy for some reason. Anyways, as you can see, like my mana barely moved. Because I took Unleash and it just has time for me to start regenning my mana. And we got Magnified Effect to just increase and Lightning Resist Penetration for like the mosquitoes, and that's about it. And for Ball Lightning, we have Wild Shots and Scatter Shot. Mind you, Wild Shot will override Scatter Shot. Look, we have Scatter Shot here, right? But if we got Wild Shots, it will just override Scatter Shot, so be careful of that. But that doesn't really matter with Unleash because we just have to jump. We just have to jump different places, so yeah. And we got Energy Shield if we get stunned, and just more stun threshold so that we don't get stunned. So that we can unleash our Lightning Bolt, but that's about it. And Eye of Winter, our bossing skill, is +1 from support gems with just this one. And if we change to our staff, it's level 26. So yeah, good shit. It's a level 26 with considered casting, cast speed, +1 more level, exposure, and reduced mana cost, because this thing takes so much mana. Just look at this without mana. Look at my mana. This thing takes so much mana. And with the mana, look at that. We are sustaining pretty much. Maybe a little bit of a little bit less, but we are like sustaining pretty well. So inspiration is essential. That's why I took it off Lightning Warp. That's why I even went with Unleash. So that I don't have to like use so much mana and we don't just get stuck in the middle. Alright, moving on, we got Conductivity. We got Increased Area because normally we only need to cast this once. And we got Delay, like it just pops up faster. And lastly, we got Cursed Ground. Because we want to one-shot the boss before it can do anything. So once the boss starts to stand on this, he will just get the tick the moment we can damage him. So yeah, that's why we took Curse Ground, but you don't have to. I mean, you can time it, but it only lasts for like how long? It only lasts for, let's see, where is the duration? Yeah, it only lasts for 8 seconds, but I think it's pretty good. So I use Curse Ground. You don't have to, but yeah, so that's that for Curse. And then alright, our bossing skill, or rather our AoE clearing skill. This skill is so fucking important, okay? You need to have this at 6 link. So we got our Lightning Conduct. We got our Lightning Conduct, you know, damage, blah blah blah, cannot inflict shock, yeah. The main thing is just the magnitude, and you don't have to increase the quality on this because it doesn't really matter that much. Because our increased magnitude is on our Lightning Warp, so it doesn't really matter if you got quality up on Lightning Conduct. Or rather, it can be worse if you quality it because you will just apply the normal magnitude of shock. So yeah, we want this one. We want shock from like Lightning Warp and not actual Lightning Conduct, because that brings up to like 30 something%, which is just too low. And then we got Hourglass, we got more energy, we got more damage, and we got refund energy cost. This one helps a lot so that we can, help to one-shot bosses more. And the other thing we could do maybe is to do this one, but I don't have enough points for like, and it's only a chance though, so I did not take that, and rather I just, oh wait, shit. I rather just take this instead. So moving on, we got our soul offering, the 2 buffs pretty much, and just the skill duration, nothing much to say. And quality increases the duration of this by like 1 second. And blasphemy, the one that keeps us alive. Temporal chains, this one is important, you have to quality this. And feeble, you don't have to take this if you don't have enough spirits. It has magnitude slow, which just works as a combo, and we got magnified effect. This one also takes around 40-ish spirits, so if you can't, don't take it. But it doesn't like change too much, I would say. You still get the slow, but just not as intense. But I use this because I have like quite a bit of spirit, so I don't mind using it. And we got Amphibo, don't use this, you can leave this as 2 or 3 links, it's totally fine. The main thing is just get temporal chains. That will just help your survivability. And lastly, we got our Archmage up to level 21, we just +1 corruption and 1 from support. And it gives us 9% more damage, just basically 1% more if you leave this at level 20. So it's very important, and that 1% is very important. Look at our damage. With level 21 and without level 21. Wait, I should move this up. Sorry, I'm stupid. Yeah, I should move this up so that we can see better. Okay. It's very important to have like a level 21 Archmage basically. And then lastly, Grim Feast. I feel like this one is gonna get nerfed soon, so in the nerf sense, I mean like it's not the numbers that's gonna get nerfed, but they'll increase the reservation or the spirit it uses, because 30% to just double energy shield is a little OP right now. So I feel like they'll change this to like maybe 60% with like a little more mechanic, but that's about it. Alright, that's for the skills. Let's talk about our equipment choices. So the scepters, you need to go the Rattling Scepter rather than the Omen Scepter, the one that applies critical weakness. Because this one gives you Skeleton Warriors. Because as you can see, we do not have an extra slot if we take Grim Feast. And unless we take Unsettled Ring, we do not have an extra slot. So the only way we can use Soul Offering is with the Skeleton Warriors. As you can see, I got a lot of mana, like a lot of spirits, as well as increased presence. Because presence and area of effect is 2 different things. Alright, area of effect itself, it only affects spells. And presence presence is in its own league, basically. So if you increase area of effects on your normal skills, it doesn't affect presence. The only way to affect presence is with scepters and special uniques, basically. And we have increased area of effect and mana regen, so we can have a wider area of effect. And then we got rings, not much to say, I mean it's just mana stackers and elemental resistance pretty much. And then we got our helmets. As you can see, helmets can also give spirit. So if you're running out of spirits, you can get a corrupted spirit up to maybe around 20 to 30% mark for extra spirit on corruption. But it's really luck dependent, and it's kind of expensive, maybe around 40 to 50-ish exalts for like not so decent energy shields. But yeah, this one, as you can see, is like not really that good. I might change it soon because I really don't need this 33%, to be honest. I might actually like remove Enfeeble and whatnot to just give me a higher energy shield and mana, just more damage basically. And moving on, we got our spirit and our body. We got like 55. I made this myself, by the way. We got our 55 spirits. Yeah, physical tone is trash, but we got like decent energy shield with spirit. That's the main thing I'm looking for. So it's pretty decent with like 2 resistances. And then we got our boots. I also made this myself, 25. It has high mana and decent energy shields with some magic find and resistances. Like all of this is like really nothing too important. It's just basically stack mana and resistances, and you're pretty much set. And the next thing will be Everlasting Gaze. This is the one of the core components from like from like early to mid game, but once you reach late game, it doesn't really matter whether you have this, because you can have another amulet that does more damage, with your energy shield being like maybe 60 to 6k. I've seen like some streamers have like 60k energy shield without like Everlasting Gaze, with like around 3k 3 to 4k max mana with like Dream Fragments and Ingenuity Belt, basically. That's why like late game, once you have those two items, you can just take out Everlasting Gaze, because you don't need this to survive anymore. And you can have so much damage with Amulet. Because Amulet, you can get like +3 levels to spells and whatnot, so that's a huge increase. And that's where they like one-shot bosses and whatnot. And lastly, oh yeah, as you can see, I didn't even use my ring. I used my rarity shield to beat the boss. So I basically two-shot the boss with like a rarity shield. I should show you what happens if I use my wand. I mean, I don't really use it much, since I prefer the rarity more than anything now. Shit. I'll just put this back for now. I need spice. Oh, there we go. Oh well. Alright, as you can see, our damage went up by quite a bit. But yeah. But that's about it. That's all the damage that gives me, and I dropped down to like 72%. So that's why I'm not like using it, because Lightning Warp itself is already doing more than enough damage. And the finisher is just the cast on shock anyway, so Lightning Warp damage doesn't matter that much, so that's, well, at least that's my take on it. So yeah. There's really nothing much else to say. I mean, it's really very standard builds. And alright, let's move on to our skill tree. As you can see, I got weapon set 1 and 2 all used them. So weapon set 1, which is our Lightning Warp, is increase in damage. Increase in area of effect. As you can see, I've taken a note here. Increase in shock magnitude, as you can see here. And also shock magnitude. Area of effect. And also taken some like energy shield just for survivability. And magnitude. So basically for weapon set 1, you just want shock magnitude and area of effect. That's the only two thing. That's the only two things that you need. English, man, come on, speak. All right. Secondly, our second weapon slots, it's gonna be purely damage. We don't need crit. We got like the maximum lightning because we took lightning rod, which is about 10 divine. It's expensive, I know, yes. It dropped a little bit though, like to 9 divine, but that's about it. I won't say like that's a huge improvement, but that is still expensive as hell. But we also got like damage if you got shocked, if you got shield. We took this one. We took this tree is because the Eye of Winter can also shield enemies once it hits. So we technically have, let's see, 60, 70, 80, 90% increase in elemental damage if we just use our Eye of Winter. We have 90 increase percent, and we also taken this tree is because it increases in so much damage. This one is 70% increased damage if you just land one critical hit. Just land one critical hit. That is just stupid insane, because as you know, Eye of Winter, it stacks critical weakness. So as long as you can get one critical hit from like a single projectile from Eye of Weakness, you can just get like 70% extra damage, which is just stupid. And additionally, it gains 50% more damage. 50% damage, electric damage, on ground surfaces. And because we use Lightning Warp, which has shock ground, it technically turns this 50% into just ice and lightning damage, which is just basically a lot of damage. That's what I need to know. And my jewels is also double dipped in shock if I can, so to just do the lightning warp damage. And also get 1 mana on kill because you'll need some mana just in case you proc too many lightning conducts or cast on shock, so it's best to get them. But other than that, I would say it's like pretty standard for like a sorceress build. Or a Stormweaver build, my bad. The other special thing would be like maybe the cast on shock effects, like the trigger spells. This tree, I didn't take this one is because I don't feel like we need to. We already have another one that recovers some energy and it's percentage increase, so it doesn't really matter that much. And secondly, we also have this one, 40% more increased damage and energy shield, energy gained. So basically, it's all about just being able to uh, cast Eye of Winter on the enemy, and that's about it. So as long as you can cast Eye of Winter on the enemy, you are all set. Yeah. I wouldn't say like this build is super difficult or anything, but yeah, it's very simple. But the main flaw to this build, I would still say, is just lightning bolts themselves. Because sometimes, as you can see, lightning bolts doesn't cast straight forward from you for some reason. It just doesn't go straight forward. It goes like sideways or behind you. If you just go look at my video on the one that I just ramble about the lightning wall just being bad. But now I improved it a little bit, and I would say it's actually pretty decent, around A tier. But I would say like compared to Jamlings and whatnot, it's definitely like a lower. Like Jamlings and Monk maybe like S tier, like Ice Strike Monks, like maybe like S tier for now, but and Jamlings S tier. But this build like maybe A tier and A minus tier because of how bad Lightning Ball is. So unless they can like rework Lightning Ball where they just bounce off surfaces or something, it's not gonna work, man. Because Lightning Ball, you can only increase Lightning Ball's projectile speed and projectile numbers. You can't even increase Lightning Ball's duration, mind you. Look, if we place, we can test this very easily. Look, we do Lightning Ball. Where does it end? It ends around here, right? Yeah, it ends around this part. If we give Lightning Ball this, wait, does it not allow you to use increased duration anymore? Wait, what? Let's see, Ball Lightning. They removed the ability to even use it. So apparently you can't even fucking use skill duration on this anymore. Alright then, so apparently Ball Lightning doesn't allow you to fucking use skill duration at all anymore. So that is that, I guess. They used to be able to, but I guess they patched it out because they found like that didn't work. Huh? So yeah, unless they patch the lightning ball themselves to like bounce off surfaces so that you don't just die when you are in some hill. I mean, I can show you. I think there's some stairs here. Yeah. Look. Unless you click on the stairs themselves, where you gain some uh like height. Unless you click on the stairs themselves, you know what's the worst culprit of this? Is the Lost Towers. I mean, we can do one right now. I'll just show you how bad like Ball Lightning is on fucking Lost Towers. Is it gonna work now? Is it gonna magically work again? Nah, 1 second. When I'm trying to show how bad it just start working again. Oh wow, did they actually fix it? They just fucking wanna prove me wrong, huh? They just wanna slap my face so fucking hard. I mean, sometimes you get lost in it, but that's about it. Sometimes. You have to click on the stairs itself and you have to aim upwards, basically. I mean, some balls still get lost. Look. Some balls do still get lost, even if you go upwards, look at this. Look at this shit. See, I'm not wrong, okay? I am not wrong. Look at this. I am not fucking wrong. Now we move on to some tips and tricks on how to not die. Oh, I lived. I fucking lived. Because although the curse can save you like, sometimes, it does not save you from your own stupidity. As a Stormweaver, you never want to dodge roll. Always cast lightning bolts so that you can get out of sticky situations. Just don't be like me, just watch this. So, yeah. So we're just gonna like do tomorrow's patch and then we'll see what happens basically. And then we'll do an update video on that. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow then pretty much then. Alright, then that's that from me. Peace out.